What's good, y'all, man? It's Made It Clear, and I'm back with another Motivational Monday video. I'm not really going to spend too much time on the intro today because I really have a topic that I want to touch on that I really feel like people, especially at my age group at 22 and actually younger or even at this age range, need to hear. But if you're new to the channel, like, comment, share, and subscribe for more Motivational Monday videos. I also do vlogs and challenges and stuff like that. But right now, mostly on my channel, you'll mainly see Motivational Monday videos because I really feel like I have words of wisdom that people my age need to hear. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it because I don't want to waste too much time. Iceman. Alright, man, so the topic I want to talk about today, as y'all can see in the title, time. I definitely want to talk about time. How it's used, like the price you pay, what you get from exchanging it, like, and stuff like that. So I definitely want to get into that. Prime example, right? You notice how people at a older age always are wiser than people of, a younger age, right? Why? Because they spent more time living. They spent more time on earth. They lived a longer life, right? I got this from Steve Harvey, and I want to make sure, like, I make this known where I got it from, so people don't think I'm trying to, steal content. But Steve Harvey said something along the lines of, knowledge and experience come at a great cost, and that cost is time. And you can't get that time back. And a lot of people, especially my age, even me, have sacrificed time for the wrong things, or sacrificed time for things that may have been fun at that time, but once the time passed, you realize you could have put it in something that would have been more beneficial in the long run. Like, for example, you put your time in the wrong people, you put your time in the wrong things. Like, it could be relationships, and you can't really blame some people because people show their true colors with the passage of time, so you can't really blame them. But at the end of the day, I did make a previous video about taking L's, right? You could do two things when you take an L. You can either learn from it and move on and avoid this type of failure later on down the road, or you can just go ahead and not learn from it and keep tripping and falling in a loop and making the same mistake over and over again, right? So, like, put your time in people, like relationships, friendships, or family. Like I said, relationships, you might put your time in that person. You might think it's going good. You might end up getting cheated on, or you might realize this isn't somebody you really want to be with due to them showing their true colors and stuff like that. Friendships, noticing like, wow, you really bent over backwards for this individual, and they really only was around you for what they could use you for. But you spent so much time with that individual, so it's like, dang, like that's really how it was. It took you time to realize that, right? Family, we all know how family go. I don't really want to go too much into that because I have my own issues with family, and I turn that into a whole rant, and I'm trying to like cut back on the ranting. But as far as events, and when I say this, I'm not really judging anybody. At the end of the day, to each his own. You do with your life what you want because it's yours, right? But like, say, always going out, partying, drinking, smoking, whatever, that's what you do, go ahead. Of course, if you do it moderately, no one cares. Well, I'm not judging regardless. I could care less. It's not my life. But, you could spend time on events that really aren't beneficial. They may be beneficial for like that high, that mental, emotional high that you get when you have fun or whatever, right? But you could have put your time into something that would have been more beneficial later on, like in the long run, later on down the road, you know what I mean? And one of the biggest things I always hated hearing was, oh, we're in our 20s, we gotta have fun now because we want to have fun later. Or this is the time to have fun, the time to travel. And I'm like, nah, I always hated that. Why not go ahead and put the work in now, put the time in now, and you'll be able to have fun and experience life for the rest of your life, you know what I mean? Instead of like, the biggest thing I always hated was school. Like, oh yeah, we in school in our 20s, you're supposed to have fun now. And I spend too much time like educating myself, like self-education. So I come to realize like school, unless you trying to be like something that you really need school for, like you trying to be an astrophysicist, an aerospace engineer, or something along those lines, like an RN or whatever. Of course, you're gonna need school for certifications and stuff like that. But you know what I mean? Like, I really just feel like you need to really be careful what you do with your time, because you really cannot get that back. You really cannot get that back. And there are definitely ways you can manage your time so that you really get the most out of the time that you have, because no one knows what's gonna happen. You might walk outside and get hit by a stray bullet, end up getting hit by a car, get into a car accident, what have you. Like, anything can happen. You could get sick. You know, you do have a pandemic going on, might catch COVID, end up losing your life, stuff like that. Like, you never know what's gonna happen. And I also made another previous video about not having regrets later on down the road. Like, you coulda, shoulda, woulda did this and stuff like that. So definitely, like, manage your time, man. Like, write out a plan the day before for the next day. Give yourself a certain amount of time for every activity that you're doing, and make sure you get things done in a timely manner, or at least try to finish up around the time that you gave yourself, so that you have time to get a bunch of things done in the 24 hours that you have in a day. Because it's like, what I'm noticing, I work a 40-hour-a-week job, which is 160 hours a month, right? And my work weeks go by pretty fast. I won't even lie to you. And I'm starting to notice, like, dang, that's all I was doing was just waking up, probably playing the game, watching a little bit of TV, or just really sleeping the whole entire day until I had to go to work. And then you get to work, and like, that's really the rest of your day. Because in my job, normal jobs, you can't be on your phone and stuff like that. So like, you really, all of your attention goes to the job, right? Just for you to come home, rinse and repeat, sleep the whole day, go to work, right? And I realized, like, working a 9 to 5 isn't something that I want to do for the rest of my life. It's a part of the plan, so I'm not mad. At the end of the day, you have to start somewhere. But at the end of the day, like, if I want to get to where I want to be, all that sleeping all day until it's time for me to clock in, that ain't gonna work, because that's not gonna get me anywhere. But complacent, just stagnant, just doing the same thing. And if I'm not right with my money, when I can't work anymore, I won't have any money to live off of when I get older, too older, do manual labor and stuff like that. So it's this, you know, for me, I started getting up early. Like, I get up like 2 in the morning, probably get in bed, go to sleep around 3. I'm getting up at like 9, 10 o'clock, going to the gym. I'm reading books. I'm like handling business. Like, I definitely got something going on in the works right now, but I really don't want to speak too much on that, because I'd rather like keep my moves in silence, and I'd rather not even bring it up until it's emotional, it's actually successful. You know what I mean? Because, you know, if you talk about your plans, that's how people can break it down or put doubt in your head about it. But it was definitely like, started getting up early, and I started giving myself things that was gonna build the right habits for me to be successful. Because success isn't the goal. The discipline and the routine that you need to be successful is what really matters, because being successful doesn't matter. You could win a lottery right now and blow all that money the very next week, very next month. Now, if you knew how to manage, you had discipline, that lottery money could probably last you for the rest of your life. But that's neither here nor there. We're talking about time right now. Let's get back to time. Man, you don't really know how valuable time is until you spend all of it doing something that really, like doing the wrong thing, or doing something that you realize that you really didn't want to do. Me, prime example. I was putting in, realistically, around like 320 hours a month work hours at my job. And that's, 80 hours a week? Almost, basically 80 hours a week, because I was working 6 days a week, and I was working doubles and everything. And don't get me wrong, like, that garnered me a sizable amount of money. I wouldn't lie to you. And that's when I started to realize, like, it was no longer about the money. It was no longer about the money. Like, I exchanged so much time for a flat rate amount of money, like an hourly pay amount of money. Yeah, you know, you got overtime pay, time and a half. Who cares about that? Because at the end of the day, I spent all this time, right? and I had, like I said, I had a sizable amount of money, right? I have none of that money right now to show for it. That's 100% on me, right? But that helped me realize, like, damn, like, time really matters, because I could say, oh, that's nothing, I got it before. I can go ahead and put almost around 320 hours a month at work again to get it back, right? That's not really getting me anywhere, right? So now I'm starting to think smarter and not harder, so I can work smarter and not harder, so I can put my time into the right things that will be beneficial in the long run, instead of just, oh, I'm at a 9-to-5 job right now. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with 9 to 5. There's something wrong with not getting up off your butt and, you know, going and grinding. There's something wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with getting up and clocking in, because some people have kids. Some people have obligations. Everybody got bills. You know what I mean? So it's nothing wrong with 9 to 5. But for me, I realized, my point is, right? I realized, man, time is really crucial. And the biggest thing for me, and I said this early on when I first started these Motivational Monday videos, man, I don't care about money anymore. Money just comes with what I want. I just want the freedom to go do whatever I want to do, man. Of course, doing things cost money, but I want the freedom to go drop whatever I'm doing. Hey, man, forget it. I think I want to catch a flight somewhere, or just go bold, or just go relax. And can't really do that, man. I've talked to so many older people, like in their late 30s, early mid 40s, they're saying, like, yeah, they wish they would have had the mindset I had when they were younger. And I'm like, man, see, I don't want to be like that. Some of them actually had things that hindered them from doing what they want to do, like kids or a medical issue, whatever. But I really don't want to. I feel like I have the ability I have the power in my own hands to make sure I don't have that same regret when I'm their age. You know what I mean? So I'm really trying to get across to y'all and get my point across to y'all, to like really think about what you're putting your time to. Like really think about, is the stuff you put your time to, and nowadays everybody have goals, and I don't mean to be petty or anything when I do this, but now everybody has goals. Everybody's talking about what they want to do, but nobody's really like putting in work for it, right? And one of the things they aren't doing is putting their time into the right things so that they can get to wherever they claim they want to be. You know what I mean? But be the same ones that are criticizing or hating on other people that actually are sacrificing their time, putting their time, investing their time into the right things that got them to wherever they are, that's making you jealous. But you know what I mean? Like I ain't trying to be deep, and I ain't trying to go into a rant. I don't want to do that. I just want to try to like start thinking about what y'all doing with y'all time. It's understandable. There are unforeseen things that definitely come and go that you can't control, that costs you to sacrifice your time, and that is what it is. You have no control over that, so we're not worrying about that. That's like things that happen. That comes with life. But it's gonna sound cliche, but it's 24 hours in a day. You have enough time in them 24 hours to figure out, like, you're gonna say you don't have enough time, but think about what you're actually doing within them 24 hours that you have that can really allow you to say you don't have time. I realize I have time. I have a lot of time to do a lot of things that I want to do, right? I was telling myself I didn't have enough time to make these videos, and most of my videos aren't even 10 minutes. This is probably going to be the longest video I ever made. That's Motivational Monday video, right? I can record this video literally and still go get something done right now before I have to go to work. Like, I'm gonna just break my own situation down. I work from 5:30 to 2 in the morning, right? Get home, by the way, sleep at 3. I can get up at 9 and 10, right? Now I got 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I gotta look at 5:30. I got 7 hours. I got 7 hours to get up and go do whatever I need to do. Invest that time into whatever I'm trying to do in the long run. Invest my time in a thing that's gonna gradually, slowly but surely build me up to that goal, that long-term, short-term goal, whatever I'm trying to achieve, right? Instead of oh, I don't got time. But I'm telling whoever I don't have time when I'm sitting here on literally on the game. I'm not a gaming YouTuber. I'm watching TV. Watching TV hasn't gotten anybody any money ever. Ever. I'm for me now, I'm to a point where, man, I watch TV when I reach wherever I want to be at. Them TV shows aren't never going anywhere. Never going anywhere. You have these streaming sites. You got Netflix, Hulu. Look, y'all know about these streaming apps, man. But I just want to make it clear to y'all, man. Start thinking about what you really investing your time in. It don't even gotta be about your goals or whatever. Like, are you really investing your time in the right people? Are you really investing your time in the right things? Are you really investing your time in the right events? Like, you know what I mean? Like, are you really doing that? Like, investing isn't all about stocks, forex, crypto. Investing is not all about like materialistic things, man. And investing could be like how much time are you put into like your mental health, your physical health, your spiritual health, your emotional, like, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta like broaden your horizons when it comes to a whole lot of things. And everything that you're thinking about or broadening your horizon for is gonna involve time, man. So really start thinking about what you're investing your time in. Like, I'm tired of hearing I don't got time. I'm tired of hearing I don't got time. Some people really don't have time. And it's disrespectful for them, the ones that don't have time, for the ones that do have time to keep saying that they don't have time when really they have all the time in the world. They just have poor time management skills. I was one of them people. Oh, I just don't got the time. I got time to do a lot of things, man. I had to start looking myself in the mirror like, man, look, what are you doing to where you don't have time? Like this ain't a question for y'all to answer me. This is a video y'all watching. I'm not gonna hear y'all answers unless y'all wanna leave comments below like what y'all doing that, you know, doesn't involve your time. But at the end of the day, man, look, I'm gonna leave y'all with this, man. This video getting a little too long. If you can wake up, look yourself in the mirror, and give yourself 5 things. 5 things. Depending on how much time you have in a day before you have to go to work or start working. If you can give yourself at least 5 valid reasons to why you don't have enough time, hey, more power to you. Hey, this is a video that don't apply to you. But for everybody else, if you can't wake up and give yourself valid reasons, if you like, let's just say this, man. Do you really think the thing that should invest your time in that's giving you the claim that you don't have enough time are valid reasons to why you aren't doing what you're supposed to do for you to be successful? Can you really wake up, look yourself in the mirror, and tell yourself the stuff you're doing that has you claiming you don't have enough time, is that a valid reason? That's all I gotta say, man. That's all I gotta say. I'm gonna leave y'all with that. If you made it this far, I appreciate it. If you knew you made it this far, like I said in the beginning, like, comment, share, and subscribe for more of these videos, man. It's Made It Clay. And I'll catch y'all on the next video. Y'all enjoy the next y'all. Look, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all week. And I'm so serious. Like, let's be real. What are you really putting your time in that has you claiming you don't have enough time? Just start thinking about that. Just that one small thought will probably change your whole way of thinking. Probably start changing your whole life for the better. So many important things that you claim you want to do that you was putting off because you didn't have enough time. Think about what you really put your time in that has you saying you don't have enough time. And that's all for me, man. And I'll catch y'all in the next video, man. Y'all be easy.